In 2025, Barcelona built a trio so good that no defense in the world knew what to do against them. 4-0 against Real Madrid, 4-1 against Bayern Munich, 4-0 with Dortmund. Rafinha, Yamal and Lewandowski are a perfect combination of experience, determination and of course chaos. Before the 2024-2025 season started, everyone thought that these three are finished and there is no chance of them working together. Yet Rafinha is the main contender for the Ballon d'Or, Lewandowski at 36 is outscoring Mbappe in La Liga, and Lamine Yamal is the golden boy of this generation. But the real question is, how did Flick turn three players who didn't understand each other to the best trio in the world?
Rafinha! Yamal gone! Gone, 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 gone! Gone, 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 gone! Can't go that way! Lewandowski goes through it again! Oh, you just can't do it! You just cannot be that good! Lamine Yamal! Histórico! Histórico para o garoto do Barça!
It's April 2024 and Barcelona are struggling badly. They got knocked out from the Champions League in the quarterfinals, lost the league title to rivals Real Madrid and even lost the Copa del Rey in the quarterfinals, which meant that they were going to finish the season trophyless. On top of that, it's complete chaos at the club. Initially, Xavi said that he would leave as the head coach at the end of the season, but the club did everything for him to stay, convinced him, and decided to sack him 1 month later, making the club's financial situation even more complicated. Barcelona was left in a very vulnerable position. However, 1 month later, they appointed someone that was going to change the entire course of history, Hansi Flick. Nobody expected much on 29th of May 2024 when his appointment was made official, because as with any big teams, you need money to compete, to sign players and have a decent squad depth. Even if your starting 11 is good, they will eventually get tired, and having bad reserves won't get you far. Yet this was not the case with Hansi Flick, as in 2020 when Hansi Flick became the Bayern Munich coach, his team looked like this. Not exactly world-class players on every position. Davies was a developing talent, Boateng a footballer who entered his decline many years ago, an underwhelming Pavard and an injury-prone Thiago. But despite this, Flick won 6 trophies in 1 year with this squad, while also trashing Barcelona 8-2 in the Champions League. That is because of their mentality. The huge difference between Xavi and Flick's Barcelona is mentality. Under Xavi, Barca showed weaknesses many times, fear, and on top of that, they were predictable. Saying that, with Flick in charge, everything changed. The training intensity, physical preparation, and most importantly, the willingness to win big things. Before Flick, Rafinha was a fake Brazilian, a player who had really underwhelming performances. Lewandowski was a finished striker who had his worst season in years with only 26 goals in all competitions. And Yamal was still Yamal, but not developed to his full potential. Despite this, the way Flick transformed them completely changed everyone's perception, and from some unknown flops, these three became the most lethal trio in Europe. But even Flick was surprised by how good they actually were, because what happened next, nobody expected. In the 2014-2015 season, Barcelona fans witnessed the greatest attacking trio in the football world, consisting of Messi, Suarez and Neymar, MSN. So Barca fans were no strangers to greatness, and because of that, there were many doubts over Yamal, Rafinha and Lewandowski's understanding of each other. Could they even form the right chemistry? Like, Rafinha was on the transfer list, there were talks about Lewandowski leaving, and Yamal was just 17. Not exactly a player you should rely on. However, Flick knew exactly how to turn them into beasts. He kept Rafinha on the left wing and made him cut inside and drop deep more often. He worked with Leva before and he knew how to get the best from him. And with Yamal, Flick transformed him from a world-class young talent to one of the best players in the world. With that being said, these three outperformed every other attacking trios in the world. They are even better than Vini, Mbappe and Rodrigo, who were meant to dominate all the teams. But wait, because if we compare Barca's trio to MSN's first 34 matches together, you'll be shocked. Because the current trio have scored 73 goals and 39 assists, 112 goal contributions. MSN on the other hand had 68 goals and 32 assists, 100 goal contributions. Does this necessarily mean they are better than MSN? Not quite. The context is different, there are more games nowadays and football is also different now. But what this certainly means is that Rafinha, Lewandowski and Yamal are insane. They are not just any other trio, and you can see that not by only looking at the numbers, but by looking at the season Barca is having as well. They are still in all competitions available, first place in La Liga, Copa del Rey winners, and in the semi-finals of the UCL for the first time in over 6 years. I can also add that both Rafinha and Yamal are Ballon d'Or favorites for this year, as no other players have been this good. Going back to the potential treble, each one of these three bring in something special and crucial for Barcelona, and the club can't win it all if at least one of them is missing. Rafinha's determination, pace and directness is key to Barca's attacks. He tries to win every ball, is always available on the counter, and he could score a goal from literally everywhere. Lewandowski brings experience for this squad of really young players, and even though he feels like a youngster with these kids around him, he is still a role model. Lewandowski has been in these competitions before. He knows what it takes to win, while these young players are at this elite level for the first time in their careers. And so, even when Leva is not at his best, he is still essential for his team's success. Yamal brings chaos, dynamism, flair, and of course, he is always unpredictable. Whenever he takes the ball, you don't know what to expect, and defenders feel the same way about him. Being the youngest also means he is the most likely out of three to change and adapt faster. So combine a player who takes on everybody, doesn't have a care in the world and is chaotic as hell, with a winger that works for the team, runs across the whole field, can deliver when it matters, and a striker with experience who is known for his clinical finishing, and you have a perfect trio. And although they are a great match, unlike MSN, Leva, Rafinha and Yamal have a huge problem that unfortunately is unsolvable: age. Lewandowski is in incredible physical shape. He is vital for the team, but he is 36. In 2023, when Messi left Europe, he was 36. When Ronaldo did the same, he was 38. What I'm trying to say is that even the best players in the world are humans, and age catches up to them in one moment or another, which means that most likely Lewandowski will leave Barcelona this summer or next season max. As great as they are together, this will not be long-lived. Barcelona has to find a replacement for Lewandowski. Currently, they are looking for the likes of Isaac, Sesko or Gyökeres. Knowing Barcelona, they can't afford any of them. Maybe it will be a La Masia graduate who will replace Lewandowski. We can't know for sure now. What we do know though is that the trio of Leva, Rafinha and Yamal is the deadliest one in Europe. They are putting similar numbers to the legendary MSN, and I have to admit they look scary as hell. The distant future is unknown, but what I know for this season is that they made the impossible possible and proved to everyone that all you need is a ball and a great manager to make things work. No one expected Rafinha to be considered the Ballon d'Or candidate 1 season ago, or Lewandowski to score more La Liga goals than the mighty Kylian Mbappe. Yet here we are, witnessing history right in front of our eyes. Talking about history, check this video I made about Koundé. Similar to Rafinha, he had a lot of struggles in his early career, but now he is considered one of the best in the world. His story surely deserves your attention.